Hello everybody and welcome once more to yet another run through the dungeon. We are continuing the 5 Elf-5 live series, and Elf-3 has made very good progress for himself thus far. We have already killed Nordis in the previous episode and ran away from Morrow like the scared little cowardly chickens that we were, because we are scared, little cowardly and chicken. We've gotten a fair amount of gifts from our Okuwaru thus far, some useful, some less so. And currently we're down by a little bit of piety from maxed out 6 because of the having had to spam his abilities a little bit recently. Amulet of Faith should help get that up soon enough. The snake pit has 5 floors. We are on floor 4. For those of you who aren't so good at math, that means that once we go down one floor, we'll be on the 5th. The 5th floor of the snake pit is a very common place to die, thanks to the devastatingly powerful creatures that live there. I don't have any more potions of heal wounds available to me, and I only have one more in the dungeon, so I should go back and get that before I descend eventually. Though the less I cross the floor with Mara on it, the better, because if I run across her again, I don't want to have to escape from her again. Anyway, I had just gotten into a fight before we left, so let's pick up where we left off. And back away. And since there are so many of them, I think it might be worth my while to take the piety hit and use heroism again. And I should always remember to use the bigger swords now that I have them. Elven's Scimitar of Freezing. And what am I training? You can't tell easily, but I'm training fighting, long blades, bows, shields, and armor. Of those, I can stop training armor for a little while, I suppose, because it's already at 19. Doesn't mean I don't want to train it more, it just means that it's going to be leeching a lot more experience than, say, something like shields. Doesn't need as much to get higher. Bows, on the other hand, is almost maxed out. Oh, actually, it's not at 24, is it? It's like at 19 for real. Still, that's much higher than any of my other abilities. I'm going to leave it on because it's my main damage source, but I'm going to focus train shields instead to try and bring that up. And there's an added side, also an additional side effect. There's a helpful side effect that as I bring up my shields ability, I will also slightly bring up my casting ability, not so much from Mephitic Cloud, which is already very high, but for the non-Mephitic Cloud spells that have suffered a lot from all the stuff that I've been putting on. Okay, that helped my piety a fair amount, and I'm at sub-perfect health, but not very far sub-perfect health. Just gonna retreat back to the same corridor. I like this corridor. It's a nice place to fight. I'm gonna delay putting on the Okuwaru ability until the big guys get here, because, you know, on the off chance that I fight just 3 of them and it's easy, I'll be happy I didn't waste it. And it's not like I can't get it back, but I am trying to build piety right now, so I'd rather not drain it unnecessarily. Fighting by corridors prevents them from spamming poison breath and staying out of range. It's not the damage from poison breath I'm worried about. They're not doing nearly enough damage to merit concern. It's it's them staying out of range of my melee attacks that bugs me. I could actually be using my archery to hit them from a distance. I just kind of sort of forgot that that's what this run was about. Legolas here, being himself. Ooh, I walked right into that, didn't I? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill him without wasting piety by switching to my Vorpal Blade and using Dispersal on him extensively. So, quiver me some dispersal arrows. What number are they under? There they are. Let's quiver minor dispersal arrows. I don't need to use serious pluses because I'll get a hit no matter what. And then just peg him for a while. And then disperse the guy. That's Y. And let him come back. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like you died and I didn't have to waste any piety on you, sucker. Black Mambas. You know, I miss these guys. I remember when they were still considered dangerous, like when I was starting the lair. Now I'm like level, what, 15, and they're no longer a threat. Doesn't hurt that I have such extensively high skills. Yeah, let's avoid walking into Roxanne's range. Kind of sort of tempting fate when I do that. Oh, it's one of you again. You know, they're camouflaging, so when I manually walk and it doesn't warn me that they're coming, I don't even notice until they're hitting me. It's part of the reason I hate these guys so much right now. I'm not being attentive enough. Believe it or not, anacondas are actually going to get buffed pretty soon from what I've read in the patch notes. They've decided to add constriction as an actual mechanic that any tentacled creature will have, so anacondas will be able to constrict you and reduce your mobility further, as well as octopuses, which don't actually exist in the game yet, but believe it or not, people will be able to play as sentient octopods in the next patch. I'm very much looking forward to that on account of the fact that I love playing non-humans. Okay, I would very much like to get to the food stash and eat until I'm full again, so I'm just going to go ahead and... Well, I shouldn't risk crossing Mara unnecessarily. Let's go down a floor and see if there's any free food hanging out there. Oh, I just realized. This is the critical floor. Floor number 5. Somewhere in here is going to be a chamber with a rune and sufficiently many rune guards. In particular, be on the lookout for guardian serpents. Very, very powerful creatures that defend the realm of defend this particular Zot rune. Per policy, all potions need to be identified now because I don't know what's left. Actually, that was a... Speed is generally a very common potion. I'm quite surprised that I haven't found one all game. Uh-oh. I don't know what that archway is, but... This could very well be the place where the Zot rune is held. But there are very few enemies here. I put my neck out pretty far. Maybe it's just that I'm moving so fast that they're not able to catch up to me yet. Let's wield Ice Sword and go at him. Okay, that's 3. If there's one more behind them, or I take damage, I'll start using my ability. If not, then I'll kill him and level up. I like that plan. Killing and leveling up is fun. Alright, but getting hurt and potentially dying is not, so heroism, here we go. .45 health. The reason I'm not retreating is because I know that between my orcish troll armor and my heroism, I'm way more powerful than I was when I first started losing that fight. The reason I should run is because I'm advancing into the unknown, when I strongly suspect that the rune of Zot is nearby. You know what? Just because I have it, I'm going to magic map this area. You see this gigantic snake-shaped thing on the mini-map here? That's probably where Zot's rune is, somewhere in this vicinity. Probably down here or something where it will be best protected. I doubt it'll be up here where it's least protected. It might be in one of these recesses, I don't know, and Lord knows what manner of evil thing is guarding it. And that gives me a very cheeky idea, now that I've mapped it. So I'm going to run for the time being. No need to tempt all of the rune guards at once. Let's just get out of here. Okay, now, here's the evil plan. What if, just bear with me now, this is where I am. This is where I think Zot's rune is going to be. Here, or, you know, worst case, all the way here. If I'm wrong, big deal, I'm going to have to fight all these guys anyway. If I'm right, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares digging, show up here, grab the rune, run like hell, and never visit the snake pit again. Alternatively, I can go this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or less, if I go, you know, here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, dig my way in, grab the rune, bail. At the very least, I'll open multiple holes in their defenses, so instead of leading all of them out through the snake's mouth and running all the way down here to the staircase, I'll have a shorter trek to the I will have to punch a hole here anyway, just so I can get the staircase conveniently. It's an option, and what else am I going to use a Wand of Digging for at this point? Oh, I just got a god gift. Probably ammo. Yep, ammo. Let's pick it up. So, what I'm going to do now is cross Mara, potentially. Cross Mara's floor, I should say, because I'm treating her whole thing as one floor. And, oh, on my way up, is there some honeycomb I want to eat? Yes, there is. You'll notice that my policy of sacrificing all corpses is still going solid. The reason is because if I do a search for food, it comes up with 36 honeycombs and 15 royal jellies waiting for me in the hive. That's enough food to last many characters pretty much the entire early game. Now, it's possible that if I was going for a full rune run or something more extensive, I would actually need that food in the long run. However, if I get 3 runes, I will consider that, I mean, that will be by far my best run ever, so I'm not too concerned about the long-term consequences. I'd rather have my advantage now and worry about hunger later. Here's the potion of heal wounds that I really wanted to take with me. Here's a potion of brilliance that I should have because once I didn't have and wanted. Here's an empty wand of digging. Where's the digging wand? Oh, I discarded it on floor 2. Oh, that figures. At any rate, any scrolls of recharging that are left, I should take at least one with me so that I can, you know, read it. And Scroll of Enchant Armor can stay behind too. If I need to enchant armor, I'll do that as a, intentional move, along with Amnesia, along with Enchant Weapon, and 2 remove curses, because 1 is plenty for if you accidentally curse yourself with the -10/-10 artifact of some murderous nature. Don't kid yourself, this game does like screwing with you. That should about do it. I don't want to drop anything else. Maybe, in fact, I'll take an extra Scroll of Fear, presuming that there exists any. No, I have all the Scrolls of Fear I can have. Okay, well, Wand of Digging, Scroll of Recharging, everything's in order. Back to the snake pits with you, and we're going to stop off on the 2nd floor where apparently I've left that Wand of Digging. That's not the Wand of Digging. That's not the Wand of Digging. That's not the Wand of Digging. The fuck is... Snake 2, Wand of Digging, zapped 3 times, right there. Don't know how I missed that, but whatever. Let's keep that. Oh, right, from when I destroyed the Ochlobs. For all the reasons I outlined before, I'm not too concerned about taking back the polymorph with me, and I should drop this elven cloak. Not because because there's no reason to carry it, not because I need to get rid of it. Alright, down we go, through the non-Mara staircases again, and into the fray. Now, I should really explore the dungeon behind me, the part that doesn't lead to the big snake shape, so I'm going to do that first. Not because I expect there to be anything of value, but rather so that I make sure that there's no snakes hiding behind me, beyond the ones that are going to naturally respawn. And unlike other places where I've mentioned that, enemies can respawn, but it's no big deal, here I consider it a somewhat big deal, because the enemies that respawn can include mages, as well as, when I say mages, I mean Naga mages, not like any other kind of mage. There's no connection between here. There is a connection between here and the Zot realm, so let's not auto-explore. I don't want to find myself running ahead. Now, children, you know the rules. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to exploring the non-Zot stuff. Somehow I was poisoned, probably by poison arrow or some extraordinarily high-level poison spell that works through resistance. So, yeah, that's why I like potions of healing in this place. Even if I have poison resistance, I know it's possible to still be poisoned. That was a poison arrow, so yeah, that's what he's using. I'm gonna wait till I'm at 60 health or less before I start using buffs, because there's a good chance that once I kill this guy... Okay. He's dead though, so all that's left is the warriors, and they have already proven how ineffective they are. On average, I lose 10 health each. Yeah, and because I, held out, I managed to get a new pair of boots. As opposed to, needing to make use of it. New pair of boots gives resist 2 levels of fire, magic resist, and stealth. Oh no, that's what I just took off. So, the new pair of boots gives levitation. Okay, levitation is useful, no question about it. Not sure which one of these I like most. Right now I'm going to regenerate health before I get in trouble. And unfortunately, that concludes my time for now. I will come back and finish this run later, but I'm getting a call, so that's probably when I have to go. Take care, and I will see you next time.